Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is now in session. The court is in session with two dockets. We have our announcement docket and we have motion to revoke probation docket. When I call your name, please come forward with your attorney. If your attorney is not here, your attorney is probably in another court handling another matter. If you are representing yourself, or if you do not have an attorney, then when I call your name, then you will come up to the bench by yourself. First case is Monica Vincent. Ms. Vincent, you stand in the middle.
Do you have a tablet, Judge?
Oh, you know what? I don't have. Yeah.
I think so.
No. Yeah. Okay. Is that the,
No, Mr. Lawrence has yours.
you still using it?
I don't.
Okay. Court is in session and calls number 24 CCCR 1918. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Monica Vincent. Ms. Vincent, is that your full name? Ms. Vincent, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Vincent, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Vincent, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Vincent? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Vincent, you're represented in your case by your attorney, David Dyes. Attorney Dyes, how are you doing?
Good, sir. Appreciate it.
Mr. Dyes, do you waive a record in Ms. Vincent's case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Vincent, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Monica Vincent, on or about July 8th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of indecent exposure. Ms. Vincent, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Ms. Vincent, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Right.
Ms. Vincent, I have before me on this tablet a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials, MV, on the line next to a box that says check nola contendere, which means no contest. Are these your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document that's titled trial court certification, defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there's one box that's checked. The box says check states that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
I also have a document on paper that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Vincent, before you sign and initial all of these documents that I've just showed you, Did your attorney Dias, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand everything that attorney Dias went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Vincent, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State offer states one.
Do you have any objections to State's Exhibit number 1?
No, sir.
No objections. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Attorney Dias, you have advised and counseled Ms. Vincent. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir.
Okay. And Ms. Vincent, your attorney, Mr. Dias, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Vincent, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 45 days in the Jefferson County Jail, credit for 45 days, and to tax and retire all court costs.
Okay, Ms. Vincent, the state is offering that you serve 45 days in the Jefferson County Jail, but you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail because you have already served 45 days in the Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for the time that you've already served. The court costs in this case will be taxed and retired. That simply means that you will not be required to pay it because the time that you have spent in jail has already paid off the court costs. Therefore, it will be taxed and retired. Ms. Vincent, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Vincent, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Vincent, you'll stand next to the bailiff, follow her directions. Once you finish following her directions, you can follow the bailiff. And you have a blessed day. If you do not have anything else holding you in jail, you should be getting out of jail today. And Attorney Dias, nice seeing
Good to see you,
you
John.
and have a safe trip back.
Been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You look great.
All right, you too. Cause I told him it's been like, when I saw the name, I said, man, I ain't heard that name about 30 years. Yeah, it's been a
Well, she
while.
never told us, Diane. Good to see
Yeah,
you.
all right, nice seeing you.
Thank you, Ron.
All right.
Thank you.
How you doing, Ms. Harden?
Oh, fine.
That's good. And Ms. Harden, you're represented by your attorney Charles Rojas. Attorney Rojas, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge, thank you.
And what's your announcement in Ms. Harden's case, Mr. Rojas?
Judge, I'm asking for another announcement. Dave, Ms. Harden's gonna give me some paperwork on some descriptions and
Okay.
we can get on month. I think we can
Can
get.
I get a question?
Can you do
Can
what?
I ask you a question?
You might need to ask your attorney first to see, because,
No, it is towards you. I just wanna ask a question.
well,
Question.
He doesn't have anything to do with the
Okay.
prosecutor. It's between us and the prosecutor.
Oh, yeah, so,
Right.
oh, okay.
okay. Give us a reset date.
Hi.
Okay, it's gonna be reset to February. Yeah, it's gonna be reset to February 26th of 2025 to give you an opportunity to get the prescription information to your attorney and he'll get it to the prosecutor, okay? So you're gonna get your reset from our court coordinator. Please stand in front of the court coordinator on the end. Once you get the reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Me too.
Okay.
I'm really not through with it yet.
Well, if you're not currently using it,
That's
you,
your tab.
that's my tablet. Okay, let me, you just switch out with this here.
Be asking some kind of diversion program.
Here you go. You can switch out.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
His time didn't show.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Oh.
Easier.
Yes, yes.
I'm not sure what we're doing with the tablets. Judge.
How many tabs we only have? Two?
There's one that's broken. Ross was on that, and he has yours, but he's not doing anything with it.
Take it from. I need my tablet back. Yeah, I need my tablet back. That's my.
It's-
Hey, what, he got some paperwork on it?
He's got the, we just.
Okay, has the person signed up?
No, I'm still just prepared.
Oh, you still signing it?
Yeah, we're still prepared. We want to see what the judge's decision is going to be because of the nature of the case.
No, well, 'cause my question is, are you doing a plea or are you not doing a plea? Yeah. Let's, okay,
We aren't going to actually,
I believe he's interested in pretrial diversion. Is that correct?
pretrial
Pretrial diversion?
some kind of diversion program, and that's it.
but I'm not over the diversion program.
You would have
did-
to,
The district attorney's office has the pretrial diversion program, not the court. So
Right.
you have to send a letter on application, fill out application to apply for pretrial diversion through the district attorney's office.
Well, once they find out what I have to say and talk, they can ask her question. It'll
Well,
probably end up.
okay. Well,
you'll need to apply for.
yeah,
pretrial
you gotta
diversion with
apply
an
for
email to
pretrial
Pat.
diversion.
You'll need to email Pat and he'll determine if she's been approved or not.
All right, that's good.
So-
Well, do we want to just continue the case or?
Well, it has to be continued if you get pretrial diversion. If you're gonna apply for pretrial diversion, we will reset your case to give you an opportunity to apply for pretrial diversion.
So you'll need to email Pat.
Yeah, that's
Pat
not gonna be done today, if that's what you're thinking, because you have to send a letter, well, you have to send the, you have to talk to Pat Canal, send him a letter, telling him that you're requesting pretrial diversion. And then he's gonna evaluate the case and decide whether or not the person will be admitted or accepted or rejected for pretrial diversion.
All right, I can do that. I would prefer to go ahead and put something on the record with her here because she lives a long way from here now.
Okay, what do you need to put on the record?
Is
There
it-
isn't much, there's not that much to the state's case in
Well,
terms of.
okay,
what
well,
is- In terms of.
That's,
what is-
okay, right now, that doesn't have anything to do with whether or not you're gonna apply to pretrial diversion. Either you're gonna apply for pretrial diversion or you're not gonna apply to pretrial diversion. That is not going to have a bearing on whether or not you apply or not, whether you apply or not apply.
Okay, we can just continue the case.
Okay, we'll reset it to give you an opportunity to apply for pretrial diversion. Okay, now your client, hold on, Mr.
If that'll be all, then that's fine.
Yeah,
You'll have to email Pat.
Anna-
Email Pat.
Okay,
Camarillo, would you please come
I
forward?
need his email.
They'll get that to you. That's how, they get a pretrial diversion. Okay, this is cause number 24 CCCR 0954. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Anna Julia Camarillo.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Camarillo, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Ms. Camarillo?
Good, how about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Camarillo, you're represented by your attorney Jack Lawrence. Now, Attorney Lawrence, has previously stated that he is going to apply for pretrial diversion. Okay, so your case is going to be reset to give him an opportunity to apply for pretrial diversion. Okay, so I think the next pretrial, the next date is in February, but that's probably filled. And so we're gonna have to go to the next date, which will be in April. So your case is gonna be reset till the second week of April. Give us a court date. Okay, this case will be reset April 14, 2025, to give your attorney an opportunity to apply for pretrial diversion.
Okay.
Now, you're going to get your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get the reset from the court coordinator, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Please stand in front of the court coordinator. And Mr. Lawrence, you can get a reset from the court coordinator. Once you get the reset, you're free to go as well.
Good, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome.
Well, here, y'all can
Thank
have
you.
that.
Mr. Parker?
Now, Judge.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Then Sean is.
You don't need to bring, we don't need to bring him on. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I need to get with him and see if he's still.
Okay, this is Tori Willis.
Oh, my?
Oh, no, no.
Alan Adams.
No. Yeah, Alan Adams. Tori Willis is, Law's case. Okay, this is cause number 24 CCCR 0606. Case is style of state of Texas versus Alan Joseph Adams. Mr. Adams, is that your full name?
Yes,
How are you doing, Mr. Adams?
fine.
That's good. Now, Mr. Adams, you're represented in your case by your attorney Alan Parker. Attorney Parker, how are you doing?
Good, Judge, thanks.
And Mr. Parker, what is your announcement in Mr. Adams' case?
We need a little time to go through the discovery, Judge, and negotiate with the district attorney's office.
Okay,
I was recently hired on this case a little over a month ago.
okay. Give us a reset date of announcement. Okay, this case will be reset to February 26th of 2025. Mr. Adams, you're going to get your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. And Mr. Parker, once you get your reset, you're free to go as well. You have a blessed day as well.
Here you go, Judge.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did we make those switch? Did you resend on, Burbank?
I did on. Well, no, not on.
Huh? What we need to do is, okay.
It's Sean.
I think that's it, right?
You might have already just.
Okay, this is, cause number M330940, case of style, State of Texas versus DeMarcus Dwayne Bruno. Case is on the motion to revoke probation docket. Mr. Bruno, how are you doing? Doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Bruno, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Langston Adams. Attorney Adams, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge.
And state is represented by Attorney Haley Simmons. Attorney Simmons, how are you doing?
I'm great, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. The probation office is represented by Mr. Gary Gilliam. Mr. Gilliam, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you, sir.
And Mr. Adams, what is your announcement in Mr. Bruno's case?
Hey, Judge, if you don't mind, what I understand has happened, there you go, I'll show you. Y'all appointed me, I think this is on the MTRP, right? Which is, reset was for the MTRP.
Right.
My question for you, Judge, for judicial economy, if you don't mind, can you appoint me on the new DWI case and I'll try to work on both, because I understand.
Well, you would be appointed on the, that's
I thought
normal.
I was only on one.
He has another case?
I thought he did.
Just see
Oh, I don't know. I mean, because normally what we do is,
Right, you have another one.
it's
Might not
filed.
been filed yet. Do you know when he,
It's never been filed.
But I think it's coming down the pipe.
Yeah, but we can't appoint until it's filed. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I just wanted to try.
That's automatic. Anytime you're on one case, if the person gets a new misdemeanor case in this court, you get appointed on that one.
Perfect. So that's why I just wanted to.
So what you're saying is there's a new case coming down.
Yes, sir.
That's what they're
I
saying.
talked to him about. He says a new case.
There's a new,
That's on the MTRP.
we haven't received it as of yet, Judge.
okay. So that's one of the allegations in the motion to revoke probation.
Yes, sir.
It's the new case.
Okay.
So that's why I wanted to be on both of them. So I just wanted to reset.
When did it, when
The offense date was a
December
allegedly
2nd.
twenty twenty-three,
20, the offense date of the DWI
correct, Judge, and I have nothing in my.
of 2023?
Yes, sir.
I guess it's coming eventually.
Okay.
It happens.
Okay, well, couldn't they, sometimes if they have to get a, what is it called?
Sometimes they may defer it back to the agency for more findings,
That,
Judge.
or if they doing a drug test, it
Correct.
goes to the state and that takes about a year or so. Depending on the lab. Okay, so this case is going to be reset. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
We'll give it more time. We'll give the state an opportunity to look into the matter to see why the case, whether or not the case is gonna be filed or is not gonna be filed. Okay? And so let's do this here. Give them a 60-day reset. I'm just trying to anticipate. Now, Mr. Bruno, I see at one time you was in a facility.
Sir.
And so how are you doing? Good, okay. Now, the court, I would like to commend you for taking the initiative to address your issue. Okay? That's a big step. Okay. Now, the road to recovery is not a sprint, it's a marathon. You know the difference between the two. Sprint is a short race, marathon is a long race. But I can assure you that you may get tired along the way. But if you get tired along the way, you have a support system, probation department, people in the facility, probably family members, who you can lean on for support. Okay, so take advantage of that. Okay, and again, the court is commending you for taking that initiative. And I assure you that as long as you stay on that road, your life is gonna be a whole lot better. All right. Okay, give us a reset date, March 9th. Okay, your case is going to be reset to March 9th, 2025. You're gonna get your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. And Mr. Adams, okay. You can stand in front of the court coordinator to get you reset, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you,
Now-
Judge.
Okay, now, next case is two cases on Tracy Levance Brannon. There he is.
Oh, yeah, he did come.
Okay. Okay, you need to talk to him?
Well, I just,
Yeah, when you asked, he had your name.
you Judge, the reason why I was gonna ask you for a reset on this case is that I need to get him to my office and look at, his discovery. So,
Okay, how you doing, Mr. Brannon? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Brannon, your case is going to be reset to give your attorney an opportunity to visit with you and also to look at the evidence and go over that evidence with you. Okay? Let's see. This is, 60. Give us a reset date. He's on the announcement docket, the first two cases. February 26th. Okay, this case or these cases will be reset to February 26th of 2025. And Mr. Brannon, you can stand behind Mr. Bruno, get your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day as well. And Mr. Adams, these are your last two cases. You're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Have a good day. I just emailed you back on the information this morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Two four CCCR 2282. Case of style of the state of Texas versus Taylor Joel Richard. Ms. Richard, is that your full name?
Yes.
Okay, how are you doing, Ms. Richard? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Now, Ms. Richard, you're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney Charles Rojas. Attorney Rojas, again, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge, thank you.
And what is your announcement?
Judge, I know Mr. Short indicated that she wanted to take care of this today. I think after discussing it, I think the better course of action is try to get her in pretrial diversion. I think she does qualify.
Okay,
I'm asking for a recess so that I can do that.
okay. Yeah, you said- That's gonna be in April,
Yeah, I think.
second week in April.
Okay.
This is a pretrial diversion.
April 14th.
Okay, this case will be reset to April 14th of 2025. Once you get your reset from our court coordinator, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Rojas, I think this is the last case.
It is, Your Honor.
You're free to go as well and you have a blessed day. Are you working on one right now?
Hi, hi.
Who are you looking for?
Andrew. Yeah. I added that. What is it?
Okay.
It's 8:32. I'm not gonna be in your conference. No.
What was that case, Burbank?
Yeah, it's answered back. It is. Water. Yeah, he's on the back. He's on the back. I gotta call real quick.
We heard from John Macy. He has that lady Buller. You know what? Macy came by the day before yesterday and said he was gonna be in Hardin County. And he was gonna be getting in late.
He did say that.
Yes. Miss, is that Bullard? Bullard? You can take your mic off of mute. Did I pronounce your last name correctly?
It's Bullard.
Bullard. Okay, Miss Bullard. Your attorney, Mr. John Macy, he's currently in court in Hardin County. He came by 2 days ago and indicated to the court that he will be in Hardin County. However, once he finished in Hardin County, he was gonna come here.
Yeah, I had spoke with him yesterday. He told me like 9 o'clock, but I see it's like 10 now.
Right, so he's not here yet. You can, I guess you can put your mic on mute, and if you want to turn your video off, that's fine. And then when he arrives, we'll call your case.
Okay.
All right. Kobe Raines. Mr. Raines, you can take your mic.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Raines, I see here your case is on the motion to revoke probation docket. at this point, you do not have an attorney? Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, I don't believe so. I think I was told that I'd be given one, but I do not have one.
Yeah, but in order for that to happen, you would have to make an appearance in person in court. And you have to fill out some paperwork. Okay?
Okay. I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. I have two active warrants out of Midland County that are both for 100,000 each. I am going to be turning myself in by the end of this month. I'm going to be sitting there waiting on a felony one trial. So I won't be around for a while.
But we can probably extradite you here to this county if that's gonna
Is
happen.
there any way you can just sentence me to some jail time?
No, we can't do that over the internet.
Okay.
It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
You have to be here in person.
Ugh.
Okay?
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll just handle that after I turn myself in. Y'all can put me where y'all want
Okay,
me, I guess.
what we're going to do, we're gonna reset your case.
Yes, sir.
Uh, give you an opportunity to make an appearance here because I think they gave you permission to appear by Zoom.
Yes, sir.
In the information that you just gave us. So we're going to hold on a minute.
Eddie.
Now, Mr. Raines, your case is gonna be
Yes.
reset for 1 week, January 15th of 2025. And you need to be here in person.
Okay.
All
I will
right?
probably be in Midland County Jail by then.
Well,
So I mean,
no,
that's not gonna be a charge if don't show up because I can't, right?
well, I can't give you no legal advice. You need to talk to a lawyer.
Okay.
All right? So,
I appreciate you.
okay, your case is reset for 1 week and you fail to appear here, your bond could be forfeited, warrant be issued for your arrest, okay?
All right. Appreciate it.
All right. Okay, this is cause number M 330-856, case style of the state of Texas versus Devin Lee Castellaw. Devin Castellaw was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. At about 9 a.m., Devin Castelaw's name was called at the courthouse door by the court's bailiff. Devin Castellaw did not answer. Devin Castellaw has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. The time now is 10:06 a.m. on today's date of January 8th of 2025. Ms. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Devin Castellaw at the courthouse door?
North Micron.
Okay, Devin Castelaw's name was just called again at the courthouse door. Devin Castelaw did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Castelaw an opportunity to appear in court. Is not appearing in court. State, do you have a motion?
State moves for bond forfeiture.
That motion will be granted. Devin Castelaw's bond will be forfeited and a warrant shall be issued for his arrest in cause number M 330-856. Okay, Mr. Boudreaux is talking to the prosecutor for Mr. Slaughter. Parazzo.
What's the first one? That would happen.
Okay. Um. We heard from Mr. LeBlanc for Tory Willis. We have, Ms. Parazzo for Ms. Camp 2. And Quinn LeVore. Lauren Swan, okay. So Lori has 3. William Wilkerson with Jordan Landry. You Jordan Landry?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we need to wait for your attorney to arrive, Mr. Wilkerson. Yes, we wait now. That's your attorney right there. Yeah. Charge reset. He's in custody in drug court. Yeah, that's the one that was Hold on, wait till you come up. Mr. Hubel? Mr. Hubel? Mr. Hubel? Okay, this is cause number, well, these, I have two cases, cause numbers 24 CCCR 1254 and cause number 24 CCCR 1619. Both cases style of the state of Texas versus Albert Slaughter Jr. Mr. Slaughter, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Slaughter?
Doing good, a little nervous, yeah.
Okay, well, just, you can relax. Now, Mr. Slaughter, you're represented by your attorney, Attorney Don Boudreaux. And Attorney Boudreaux, how are you doing? Doing okay? Now, Mr. Boudreaux, what is your announcement in Mr. Slaughter's case?
Your Honor, I was talking to the prosecutor and he said he needed a little bit more time to find out from the witnesses on what the restitution would be.
That's correct. State is looking for, to resolve this case as,
Okay,
for restitution, and state has contacted the complaint witness in 1254, but still needs to contact the complaint witness in 1619. She's out of the country and will be back this Friday.
okay. Okay, we're gonna give your case is gonna be reset. Mr. Slaughter. Once your case is reset, now, yeah, this case is gonna be reset to give the prosecutors an opportunity to find out what the restitution should be in both of these cases. Okay, so just have a seat. Wait for your name to be called by our court coordinator. She's gonna call you to her window. You reset. Once you get the reset, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day. And Mr. Boudreaux, once you get your reset from our coordinator, you'll be free to go as well. Okay. You can have a seat.
Oh, Judge, I got one other thing to
Okay.
ask you.
Okay, Mr. Hubel,
Sir.
hold on a minute. I was calling Mr. Hubel. You see, you said you had one other thing?
There's one other one. I'm not sure. No,
Ms. Brazo, if you want to go off on this one.
Yeah, that's not.
Well, we talking about something else?
There's a gentleman named, no,
Which this case is assigned to Ms. Brazo.
and
Okay.
he, didn't show up once.
Oh, but that's, you're not his attorney. Ms. Peraza is his attorney.
Well, he,
Yeah, that, Mr. Bigger, this is a case.
I
that-
guess he got, okay.
Okay,
Yeah, you were never appointed on, he never, Todd, this is a case, this is a while back when you were.
okay.
It's gonna be a. I'll take.
Did you have, did we ever get the paperwork on Williams?
I'll send it to you. Anyway. I'll.
It'll be a recess. Mr. Williams, you're gonna get a copy of this dismissal as well. Yeah, I'm signing it now. Make sure you get a copy of the dismissal.
That's a good.
That, I just signed that dismissal.
Confusing.
Darren Swan. Swan, please come forward. Warren Swan.
I did not do Mr. Evans. Let me send this real quick. You know what, I'll go back. And I'll find one. No, I know.
This is cause number 24 CCCR 0046. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Warren Swan. Mr. Swan, is that your full name?
Yes.
Mr. Swan, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Mr. Swan, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Swan?
Great.
That's good. Now, Mr. Swan, you're represented in your case by your attorney Laura Perazzo. Attorney Perazzo, you waive a record in Mr. Swan's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Swan, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled information sheet. This information sheet was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information sheet, it alleges that you, Warren Swan, on or about October 22nd of 2023, while you were operating a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed to Class A misdemeanor offense or DWI second. This information further alleges that prior to the commission of this offense, that on August 4th of 2014, in cause number 31-2014-CR-00872 in the District Court of Montreal County, North Dakota, that you was convicted of an offense relating to the operating of a motor vehicle while intoxicated. Is that true or not true?
True.
Now, are you pleading, now, how do you plead to the charge of driving while intoxicated second?
No
Guilt?
contest.
No contest.
Yes.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes.
Mr. Swan, I also have before me a document on my tablet that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. Do you recognize this document?
I do.
On page 2 of this same document, there's a set of initials, WS on line next to boxes checked, no contendere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes.
And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. You understand that statement?
Yes.
Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal Do you understand that statement?
I do.
I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled
Yes.
defendant? Mr. Swan, before you sign and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
He did.
And did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
I do.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Swan, are you a citizen of the United States?
I am.
State,
State for state one.
any objections? No objections? State's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Ms. Peraza, you have advised and counseled Mr. Swan. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
Okay.
And Mr. Swan, your attorney, Ms. Peraza has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with her representation?
I am.
Has she provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
She have.
Mrs. Swan, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I would also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Well, just take your time and turn your phone off. He had a look of horror on his face. Okay. Okay, Mr. Swan, the court is gonna, the court will accept your plea of no contest. The court will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. The court will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. The court will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargaining agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
The agreement in this case is to 60 days jail, credit for 3 days.
You gotta turn that off completely. Just turn your phone off. It's supposed to be off anyway.
There we go.
Let's see, what is this court cost? Swan,
DWI.
$392.
And his time is
Very
beginning
nice.
this Friday, the 10th, Your Honor.
Okay, so that's 60 days, credit for 3, and his time is to begin January 10th, 2025 at or before 6 p.m.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. You have a copy of his affidavit. Isn't it? Now, Mr. Swan, the state is offering that you serve 60 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You will be given credit for the 3 days that you have already served. The court cost in this case is $392. Are you able to pay the $392 court cost?
Today?
Yes.
No, sir.
Okay. Could I see his affidavit of indigence? Now, Mr. Swan, I'm going to give your attorney a document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence, and she's going to give that document to you for you to review. You know, if you review it, I'm going to ask you questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Mr. Swan, okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Mrs. Swan, I have before me a document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And on page 2 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defender Signature. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, have you had an opportunity to review this document?
Yes.
Is everything in this document still true and correct?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Swan, the court is going to find that you're indigent. based on the finding of indigency, the court cost in this case is going to be waived pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, which means you won't have to pay it.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Now, Mr. Swan, your jail time will begin on January 10th of 2025 at or before 6 p.m. And so January 10th is this Friday,
Yes, sir.
okay? Now, do you understand the state's offer?
I do, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
I do.
And do you accept the state's offer?
I do.
Okay, Mr. Swan, I'll follow the people who are in agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Swan, you're going to stand in front of the court coordinator, follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you finish following the directions of the bailiff, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And you need to, okay, okay, you could. Okay, so Mr. Grove, you working on a case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I think Ms. Peraza is still working on another case. So the court is going to go into recess. Have we heard anything from Court is back in session in cause number 24 CCCR 1480. Case is filed with the state of Texas versus Alondra Cantu. Ms. Cantu, is that your full name? How are you doing, Ms. Cantu? You're doing good. That's good. Now, Ms. Cantu, you're representing your case by your attorney, Laura Perrazzo. Attorney Perrazzo, what is your announcement in Ms. Cantu's case?
Your Honor, it's my understanding that restitution in this case is already being paid back by way of a civil judgment on a monthly basis. And it's approximately halfway paid off. And so we're asking for maybe 2 or 3 months reset, so we could potentially have a dismissal for payment of restitution and give her enough time to pay that amount.
Restitution was originally offered in the state's offer, so if she's paying.
Well, if it's already paid, y'all
It's not
can't,
paid in full, Judge.
yeah, but y'all can't offer restitution.
We're not.
That's like double dipping. That's like
We're
having
not.
her paid twice.
No, what
No, I know
yes.
what you're saying now. I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
What
They
I'm
weren't
saying
aware of
is, yeah, but they couldn't offer restitution to be done anyway, because if it was already being done, handled in a civil case, there's no restitution that's owed and due in this criminal case.
Yes, and they weren't aware of that there
Okay.
had been a civil judgment.
Okay, so,
I just need to confirm the civil judgment, and then with that being said, we would offer dismissal once we know it has been paid in full, Judge.
but she got a civil judgment, and I guess there's a timeline that she has to pay it off. She don't have a timeline. It just have a,
I'm not sure about the timeline. I'm just, from my understanding, when I went to civil court, they were basically saying that if I didn't pay it off, it would go on my credit, which I clearly don't want that. So, but like she said, I'm already halfway. So
And the
So
payment's
if
due
you
on
wanna
the
do
8th
like
of every month. Like
That's
today, she
something
has a
that we-
payment due,
we-
that she's
yeah,
paying $60 today.
and it's only, what, 300, it was 350 the principal.
okay. And how long you been paying on it?
Not long, I think like more than that.
This is your second
I was,
payment?
I wasn't working, it's like.
I know, but this is like your second payment on it?
Well, you were paying like 25.
Yeah, it was like 25, and, like this month, I just told her since I started working, I was just gonna give her that $60, so that I can go ahead and continue it off.
Okay,
I keep receipts on everything, so.
And the
We
state
need
still
that.
has to confirm this, Judge, as well.
okay, give us a reset.
So we have at least 60 days.
Okay, let's reset for 60.
It'd be March 12th.
Okay, March 12th,
Yes.
2025. Okay. Okay, your case will be reset March 12th, 2025. You're gonna get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. So,
This is the one on yesterday. Every sector felony on page 5.
Okay. Let's see.
Yes. 6-5.
Let's see what we got. So yes, jail credit. Oh,
15 days.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Larry Holmes.
I may be some kind of way. I mean,
Fought him in 96 on TV. ESPN.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
96.
Yeah, for Larry Holmes.
Okay.
He said you fought him?
Yeah.
Are you a boxer?
Yeah,
Yeah, shot him boxing.
yeah. That's what he said.
Yeah,
He's,
on TV, I fought most of the day, not that Tyson, I fought on TV for 18 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, and fighting out in New Orleans, not up for 15 years.
okay.
Where's he going?
I retired,
Yeah,
I
I'm
retired
already,
2005.
okay.
Then I moved to Houston 2 years, 2007, 2 years after Hurricane Katrina hit.
Mhm. Okay. And this is
Yeah.
let's see.
I'm on
That's why
TV.
you're so.
Yeah, I remember Muhammad Ali, I got pictures of me and Muhammad Ali.
Oh,
And me and Muhammad Ali, his daughter, me and Leila Ali fought together in 2004. I remember every fight in the world.
Okay.
So Layla fights men?
No,
Leila Ali is Muhammad Ali's daughter.
I
She
know
was
she
a-
fights, you said
she
you
was a-
fought her?
We fought on the same card.
Oh, I thought you said you
same
fought
ticket.
her.
No, she fought. No, she fought Christian Martin. She fought Christian Martin on the TV on the same time. She fought him, but look, she got a scene.
Do this here.
Look, she was sitting.
Give the next two aces to, the ones that we sent it today, which would have been Peter Doll and,
Burbank.
Burbank. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
In session and cause number. The court at law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session and calls number M 332-897. Case is style the state of Texas versus Quinn Anthony Navarre. Mr. Navarre, is that your full name? Mr. Navarre, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Navarre, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Navarre? That's good. Mr. Navarre, you represented in your case by your attorney, Laura Perazo. Attorney Perazo, do you waive a record in Mr. Navarre's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Navarre, I have before me a document that is titled complaint. This complaint was filed by the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department. In this complaint, it alleged, hold on, let me make sure. It alleged that on or about January 3rd of 2022, while you were that you committed the Class C misdemeanor offense of speeding in Jefferson County, Texas, speeding 20 to 24 miles over the limit. Mr. Navarre, do you understand what you have been charged with? And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Now, you're pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? And are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? Okay. Mr. Navarre, I also have before me a document on my tablet that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there's a set of initials on a line next to a box. Just check Nola Contendere. Did you place your initials on this document? Now, I need to make a correction on this page 2 because you was, whether it will be an information or complaint. Okay, so I just made a change because you're charged by complaint. This document said it was information or motion to revoke probation. And I'm gonna put my initials by it, okay? A complaint is what's filed in the city court or the JP court, okay? Now, on page 3 of this same document, there's a signature on the, above the line that is titled defendant. Is that your signature? On the next document, that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, you recognize this document. And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand this statement? Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. You understand that statement? I also have a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Mr. Navarre, before you sign and initial these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Ms. Brazo, go over these documents with you?
So,
And did you read and understand everything in these documents? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Mr. Navarre, are you a citizen of the United States?
Sarah for 6-1.
Any objections? No objections. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Ms. Perazo, you have advised and counseled Mr. Navarre. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial? And Mr. Navarre, your attorney, Ms. Perazzo has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes,
Has she provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Mr. Navarre, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
The agreement in this case is to $100 fine plus court costs with credit for 15 days in jail to be credited towards that fine court cost.
What is the 277? Okay. Mr. Navarre, the state is offering that you pay a fine of $100 plus court costs of $277, which comes to a total of $377. You will be given credit for the 15 days that you have already served in jail. That will go towards your fine and court costs, so therefore you will not have to pay anything. Because the 15 days has paid off the fine and court costs. Okay, 15 days credit. Now, Mr. Navarre, do you understand the state's offer? You think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer? Mr. Navarre, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Navarre, this will conclude your case. You're gonna follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you finish following the directions of the bailiff, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Navarre, I think you said earlier, you was boxing and you was from New Orleans. That's why I'm
from Slaughter.
I'm from New Orleans.
I lived in New Orleans when I got married. Them college, met this girl, boxed out of New Orleans.
Okay.
You should see his pictures.
Yeah, where did you now I'm from the Ninth Ward in New Orleans. I was raised in the Desire Housing
I was
Project.
raised in Slaughter, but
Okay,
I moved back to New Orleans. And got married and started fighting.
okay, well, you said you went to school. Where did you go to school?
Salmon High School in New Orleans, Slaughter.
Slidell? Okay, Salmon, yeah.
Salmon, I went to Southern University and played football.
Oh, that's where I graduated from, Southern University.
In Baton Rouge?
In Baton Rouge,
Yeah, that's right.
in 1980.
I went to 87 to 90.
Oh, they had a pretty good team back then.
Yeah, we
That's because you were on it.
Eddie Robinson came to my house.
Yeah.
Eddie Robinson came to my house
Yeah,
all the time when the coach.
right,
And he wanted me to go to Ground, but
Right.
I wanted to go to Southern.
right,
You know,
Okay.
close home.
right, okay.
But I should have been in the pros. I was going to the pros and stuff.
Okay,
Started fighting on TV and stuff.
okay. How long did you fight?
15 years.
15? Wow.
We were every fight in the world.
Wow.
I stood out hard, Roberto Duran.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every fight.
Okay,
Me and I fought at home in '96. I fought Buster Douglas.
right,
Sniper Tyson.
yeah,
Me and the Holyfield training in Houston together.
right,
In Houston, Tommy Morrison. They had the WO title down with AIDS.
mm-hmm,
Me and him used to train together.
yeah.
Me and Tommy.
Yeah,
I said, I'm ready to fight.
wow, that's good. Do you, are you still, like, are you training some young fighters or anything? You're not around it anymore?
Trying to get myself situated, been going through some ordeals with.
Okay,
Good luck with everything. We go next.
yeah, yeah, okay,
Pleasure meeting you.
well, that's good.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. You have a blessed day. You say a receipt. He still has to go out there? He's credit for time served. 15 days, it's $100 a day. Yeah, you don't have to pay, yeah, it's credit for time served.
No,
Okay, Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session and calls number M321225. Case is South State of Texas versus Russell Bean. And Mr. Bean, how are you doing? You doing better? Well, that's good. Now, Mr. Bean, you're representing your case by your attorney Giles Cole. Attorney Cole, how are you doing?
Going great, rocking and rolling, Judge.
That's good. Now, state, what's the announcement that we have in Mr. Bean's case? This case is on the motion to revoke probation document.
The state has humbly, because that's the meat of this MTRP.
Okay,
That's correct, Your Honor.
okay. So he sold 30, now let me ask Mr. Gilliam, how much does he owe?
We believe it was 1,800.
Yes, sir.
So you'll be able to pay 1,800 in 30 days? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, that is a lot of money.
I understand.
And I say he'll put a significant dent in that $1,800 in 30 days. That give you time to come up with the rest, Judge. So can we come back
So
in
this,
30 days?
no, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna reset it 60 days.
I
We
have
give you
an objection
60 days to pay it off. Okay? So we won't have to keep resetting it,
Absolutely.
you know, because if you, like I say, put a significant dent in it, that means you'll have a little bit more left. And so if we give you 60 days, you probably could pay it all.
Understood, Your Honor.
Okay?
Thank
So you're welcome. Now, let's give him a reset. March 12, 2025, and that's all, it's just money.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Money and community service, Judge.
Okay, community service is gonna be paid, performed as well within that time, is that the agreement?
Yes,
Canned goods.
whatever, you can do canned goods.
Oh, you're talking about, okay, so you can pay off the,
Yeah,
Minister, that's your
something
comment,
that
okay.
you- that you can. Good.
okay. Okay, so, Mr. Bean, your case is gonna be reset March 12th, 2025. Give you an opportunity to pay off the fees and perform community service. You're gonna get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go.
Thank you,
Have a
Your
blessed day. You're welcome,
Thanks,
Mr.
sir.
Cole. You're
Thank you,
going to
sir,
get,
ma'am.
you're gonna get your reset as well, and you're free to go as well.
And Counselor, I'll give you a little Latin before we leave. Nemo that, why not have it? We'll look at it, let's go to Catholic slide. I'm gonna message you.
you appeared, earlier in court, and announced, and you had to go to the felony court, is that correct? And you went to the felony court and they reset your case, is that correct? Okay, now you're supposed to come back here. No, they don't handle that now. They can tell you you're free to go from their court, but you're not free to go from this court or any other court if you have to be in two courts at the same. You have to go to each one of the courts. Okay? So, okay, I understand that. So, your case is going to be, now, when is your felony case reset to? They hadn't given them a date. Hold on a minute. We're gonna see if they put it in the computer.
If this does happen again, though, we'll be bond forfeiture.
Yeah,
That's,
you tell me if it happens again, it'd be a bond forfeiture.
he's been put on notice.
Yeah,
Let's stick on here.
Hold on.
you got a court, they have a court date.
Hold on.
Tory Willis. Okay, Mr. Willis, they haven't put a date in yet. And so we're gonna keep checking the computer, and when we get a date, we're gonna set this case on that same court date. And you have to come first, check in with the bailiff, then go take care of the felony case. Then once you take care of the felony case, you have to come back to this court. Do you understand? Now, if you fail to do that next time, your bond is gonna be forfeited. Okay, now, stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman. You're free to go and you have a blessed day. All right, thank you. You have Mr. Macy? Mr. Macy? You free to go. You have a blessed day.
Okay, there it is.
Mr. Macy?
Mr. Macy. Okay, Judge is speaking to you.
Now, Mr. Macy, your client, Ms. Boulard is currently on Zoom. She's been on Zoom since 9 this morning. I know you were in another court. Are you still in court? Okay, now. Okay, now, Mr. Macy, I was saying that your client, Ms. Boulard, is currently on Zoom, and she's been on Zoom since 9 a.m. this morning. We informed her that you were in court in Hardin County and that you were going to be arriving late. Now, because she's on Zoom and you're en route, obviously we won't be able to dispose of the case today. We can give you a reset time where both you and Ms. Boulard will be here in court in person. He must have broke up.
Mr. Mason? He's gonna give you a reset when both of you can be present.
Give us a date.
February 26th. February 26th. 26th.
Of February. '26.
It could be- I thought this was Yes, sir. It could be February 12th.
To give him that, tell him check on the 12th.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine. Okay, it'll be February 12th.
Okay, Ms. Boulard,
Yes, sir.
we have your attorney on phone. He was en route to the courthouse. Your case, because you're not here and he's not here, we're going to reset your case to February 12th of 2025. And on that day, you and your attorney must be in court in person. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. And what time would that be?
9 a.m.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You're free to go. Thanks for being patient with us, and you have a blessed day.
You too.
Okay, Mr. Macy, your reset will be sent to you. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Okay, Mr. Mason, I'm gonna send your reset to you, okay?
Thank you. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is about his phone, but I can hear you fine, but when he talks, I hear every other.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay.
But yeah, just send me the reset and I'll be there and I take it. If my client showed up on Zoom, I presume he's telling her she has to be there
Yes,
this time, right?
yes, he did.
On the 12th. Okay.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
Bye-bye.
Mr. Gilliam, you're free to go. You have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, who else we have? Okay, hold on a minute. Court will be in recess. Court is back in session in two cases. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Lloyd Van Hung. Mr. Hung, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hung, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Hung, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hung, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Hung?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Hung, you're represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney David Grove. Attorney Grove, how are you doing?
Real good, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Grove, do you waive a record in Mr. Hung's cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Hung, I have before me in cause number 24 CCCR 1952, a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, Mr. Hung, it alleged that you, Lloyd Van Hung, on or about June 14 of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the class A misdemeanor offense of resisting arrest. Mr. Hung, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes,
And to this charge, Mr. Hung, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
no contents.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes,
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
yes, sir.
Mr. Hung, I also have before me on this tablet a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea. This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there's a set of initials, LH, on the line next to a box that's checked no contingent.
Yes, sir.
Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? At the top of this document, there are two boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that
Yes,
statement?
sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up the right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have a document that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled
Yes,
Defendant?
sir.
Now, Mr. Hung, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hung, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
Stand for stage one.
No objection, Your Honor.
No objection. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Grove, you've advised and counseled Mr. Hung. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None that I'm aware of. Your
And Mr. Hung, your attorney, Mr. Grove, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal
Yes.
representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hung, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement in this case is to 180 days, probation over 15 months, with the fine waived and 60 hours community service. This is to run concurrent with the next case.
You make a call then. Okay, let's see, this is, about the. Okay, this is cause number. Okay, you're gonna have to talk to him. we're in a session. But it's just 3:50 for that. On the next case, right? Right. What's the court cost on 3? Okay, Mr. Hong, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not be required to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you'll be placed on probation for a period of 15 months. During the 15-month probationary period, you will not be required to pay a fine because the fine will be waived in this case. You will be required to pay court costs of $277. You'll be required to pay a $60 probation fee each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month, reimbursement fee of $15. You'll also be required to reimburse Jefferson County court-appointed attorney's fees of $350. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay in this case, is $126 a month. Will you be able to pay the $126 each month?
Yes, sir.
You will also be required to perform 60 hours of community service. This case will run concurrent with cause number 24CCCR 1195, and you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Mr. Hong, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hong, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Hong, we will move to your next case. And your next case is cause number 24CCCR 1954. And in this case, Mr. Hong, I have before me an information that was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. And in this information, Mr. Hong, it alleges that you, Lloyd Van Hung, on or about June 4th, on about June 14th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of criminal mischief. Mr. Hung, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Hung, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yep.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight
Yes, sir.
or contest the charges?
Yeah.
Mr. Hung, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, there's a set of initials LH on the line next to the boxes checking on the contingent. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled
Yes,
defendant? At the top of this document, there are two boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right to appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And previously, I showed you a document that is titled Discovery Certification, and you previously acknowledged that that was your signature on that document. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay. Now, Mr. Hung, before you sign and initial all of the documents that I showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything he went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in those documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. State, you have a state's exhibit number one.
Yes, Your Honor. State offer states one.
Any
No
objection?
objection, Your Honor.
No objection. State's exhibit number one will be admitted. Mr. Rowe, you've advised in counsel Mr. Hong in this case as well. Is there any evidence that he's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Hung, your attorney, Mr. Grove has advised in counsel to you, are you satisfied with his services in this case?
Yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Mr. Hung, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement in this case?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement in this case is 180 days probated over 15 months, with the time waived in this case, 6 years community service and restitution of $1,640 to the complaint witness, in this case, Brady Coke Senior. This is to run concurrent with the previous case.
Okay, Mr. Hong, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not be required to pay, you will not be required to serve 180 days in Jefferson County Jail because you'll be placed on probation for 15 months. During the 15-month probationary period, you will not be required to pay a fine. You will be required to pay court costs of $277. You'll be required to pay a reimbursement fee of $15. You'll be required to pay restitution in the amount of $1,640 to Brady Couch. You will also be required to reimburse Jefferson County court-appointed attorney's fees of $75. You will not be required to pay the probation fee of $60 each month and the year analysis fee of $15 each month. So your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay in this case is $143 a month. Will you be able to pay the $143 each month?
Yeah.
You'll also be required to perform 6 hours of community service in this case, and you This case will run concurrent with the companion case, cause number 24 CCCR 1952. And you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of your probation. Okay. Now, Mr. Hung, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
You think the state's offer in your case is fair and just? Do you accept the state's offer?
Yeah, but
Mr. Hung, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Hung, Mr. Hung, this will conclude your case. Mr. Hung, you will stand next to the bailiff, follow her directions. Once you finish following her directions, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day. And Mr. Grove, you are free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
Court is back in session and calls number 24 CCCR 2076 cases filed in the state of Texas versus Jacinto Espinoza Mayers or Jacinto Espinoza Mayers. Jacinto Espinoza Mayers was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 AM, at about 9 AM. Jacinto Espinoza Mayers' name was called at the courthouse door by the court's bailiff. Jacinto Espinoza Mayers did not answer. Jacinto Espinoza Mayers has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. The time now is 12:40 PM on today's date of January 8th of 2025. Ms. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Jacinto Espinoza Mayers at the courthouse door?
Yes.
Okay. Jacinto Espinoza Mayers' name is called at the courthouse door. Jacinto Espinoza Mayers did not answer. Reasonable time has passed to give Jacinto Espinoza Mayers an opportunity to appear in court. It's not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion?
Same as for bond forfeiture.
That motion will be granted. Jacinto Espinoza Mayers bond will be forfeited and warrant should be issued for his arrest and clause number 24 CCCR 2076, and this will conclude the calling of the court's motion to revoke probation docket and the announcement docket, both dockets scheduled today, January 8th, 2025, in County Court at Law number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas. Judge Terrence Holmes presiding. Everyone, please have a blessed day. And prosecutor, you're excused.